Right, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of Daily Grey. I forgot to start this vlog this morning, so we're starting it now. Do I need my jacket? Nah. Right. Trailer is on. We're good to go. Can I get out here? Can I squeeze out? Will the trailer go? Woo, yes. Okay, so I'm currently on my way to Holly House Vets. Let's whack this down a little bit. Get a bit more in the frame. Yeah, I'm on my way to Holly House Vets to have Khaleesi's dental x-rays done. Well, hopefully. They want to do an evaluation and stuff, which is that any better? Not really. Yeah, they want to do an evaluation and stuff, which is obviously just what they want to do before they start digging around and etc, etc. But I've got a funny feeling they're going to struggle to do an evaluation of Khaleesi's teeth without knocking her out. And if they're going to knock her out, we might as well x-ray. Got my wallet. We might as well x-ray while we're there. It's just a logical thing to do, instead of putting the dog under anaesthetic twice. It's just a job done then. So what I'm hoping to find, basically we've got a few scenarios here. Well, there are obviously many scenarios. There are a few that I can think of, I'm aware of, have seen other dogs with. One, she has decay on her back teeth, which would be the perfect answer. Someone was just beeping, I was just looking, see if my trailer doors were open or something. They're not, because you can't get, it's quite a clever idea this actually, you can't get the key out of the trailer unless the door's shut and locked, which is good. It's a good idea. So yeah, one, decay in her back teeth, exposed nerves, something like that. That's what I'm really hoping for, because that'll just be a case of quick surgery, pull them, or pull it, whichever tooth's bad if it's a back one, and then we're good to go. Still leave her with 2 or 3 back teeth, all of her other premolars, incisors, canines, etc. And let me just check this out now and I'll come back. Right, I'm back. So yeah, basically I just got into a big road closure and I had to go down all the back lanes and stuff, which with a trailer is not the most ideal of circumstances. But it is what it is. We're on the road now, we're on the A1, heading over towards Leeds. Right, so, where did I get to? Yeah, hopefully it's one of her molars. That would just be the ultimate answer, because it would give me an answer immediately. We could deal with it very quickly. I imagine they could book her into surgery within a few days, which would just help the whole situation massively. The next best option is that it's one or multiple of her canines. Sorry, other than a molar, any of them other teeth really, I won't really have a problem with. If it's her canines, she's going to have titanium implants put in, which in the UK is about £4 a tooth, so that's going to get expensive. I might go, if that's the case, I might end up going over to Germany or Belgium for it, but that's a lot of time out of work, out of action, out of helping other people. But ultimately, as much as I absolutely love helping other people and I absolutely love my job and I would not swap it for the world, I'll always help my own dogs first. My own dogs will always come top of the list. So I've got my wife, my daughter and my dogs right at the top of my list. Everything else, unfortunately, it has to come below that. And I'd love to be able to say, oh, but I would never cancel a client just to go and get Khaleesi's teeth done, but I absolutely would. There's no doubt about it. Some people are going to really like me for that, some people are going to think my house is bell end, and I don't really care. So that's the second best option, one or multiple of her canines. Obviously one would be preferable to multiple. And then beyond that we get into the realms of not good news. So annoying, but not the end of the world instantly. I mean, could be a very big problem later on, is that her dental comes back clear. If her dental comes back clear, we have to start digging a hell of a lot deeper. MRI scans, physio, probably MRI next, because my physiotherapist can't treat something, or my chiropractor, or whoever is the appropriate person for the problem. They can't treat something without knowing what it is. So probably MRI scans will come after dental. MRI of her head, neck and back. That's where I'll start, because it looks like one of them problems. If it was her leg or something like that, it would start cropping up in other places. And aside from this bite work issue, she's completely fine. So for those of you that don't know, I'm going to brush over this very quickly because many people do know. Khaleesi's been screaming when she bites the bite cushion. She can bite it over and over again, it's fine, and then all of a sudden it's like a nerve pain, shoots her through the roof. And immediately, literally within a second, she recovers completely back to normal, wants to bite again. Which suggests to me, in my non-medical knowledge, that it's nerve-based. Obviously when you get your own tooth pain, catch that bugger on something, it hurts. But it hurts very briefly and then you can get back on with your day. The worst case dental that I can think of, there's I don't really want to call it a disease, I don't know what it would be classed as. The problem where the soft tissue under the dog's teeth essentially starts eating itself away. That will mean inevitable permanent retirement. End of list. Nothing that can be done about it, can't work her again. She'll probably live a completely normal life. She's not going to be the happiest dog in the world. But I do need to think about that. I need to think about what I'm going to do if she does have to be retired. So obviously with any of these injuries that are causing big pain, you have to think about that, because you've got to have a plan in place for the dog. The dog doesn't know what's going on. And because she doesn't know what's going on, I have to sort of be her advocate and do what's in the best interest for her. So that would be a bad case scenario. Another very bad case scenario would be that she's got degenerative discs in her neck. That would be a huge problem. That would be instant retirement as well. So, depending on what it is, if she does have to retire and she's able to do what my plan is, this is my plan. Now, if she's not able to do this for some other reason, I'll have to come up with another plan. But I can't come up with another plan until I know what's wrong with her. This is just a plan, basically to say she can't bite that hard cushion again, that hard sleeve. My plan then will likely be to take her through the IGP program and title her under the separate disciplines. So you can do the obedience part of IPO1, for example, IGP1. You can do the tracking part and you can do the protection part separately. Obviously without the protection part. I'll still train it, and I'll just train it with a soft pad so she can still bite, because every time she's bitten the suit or anything like that, we've never had a problem. So I actually don't know how long this problem's been there. She's never bitten anything hard until that session. Because I kept her off the hard sleeves, ironically because of her teeth when she was a lot younger. They were not great, the enamel was rubbing off and they were bleeding a bit, which leads me to think it's dental more than anything. So yeah, that'll be the plan. And then just enjoy to compete her through them avenues. She needs to do something. Now, if she's got degenerative disc or something, I'm going to have to look up other avenues and other options and what I can do with her. But that'll dictate massively on what the vets say, what we can rehab back out. Is it worth looking down a surgical route, putting rubber, plastic, whatever they're made of, implant discs in? These are all things that we'll need weighing up with a surgeon and long conversations about. But we can't have them conversations until we know that is or isn't the problem. Why? There's a guy literally just parked on the slip road, just stopped in the middle of the slip road, and there's a van coming. Wow. So that's where we're at. Now, I am actually running late. I didn't think I was. I thought I was running early because I thought my appointment was at 3:30. I just rang Holly House because I had this niggling gut feeling that I may be wrong, and it's at 3. So I am meant to be there in 10 minutes, and I've got about 20-ish minutes to drive. So I'm just going to try and get a hoof on a bit as much as I can. Get there when I get there. If I have to pay another consultancy fee, that's just what it is, isn't it? There's no price on my dogs. If she needed 20 grand of operations tomorrow, she'd get 20 grand of operations. I mean, I don't know where I'm magically pulling 20 grand from, but I figure it out real quick. Because you can't put a price on my dogs. You can't buy my dogs. You couldn't buy them off me, not for any amount of money. You could make me the richest man in the world tomorrow. My dogs are not for sale. And by that caveat, any care they need, they get. So I've probably sunk, I don't know, over 10 grand into Khaleesi as it is. She tore a collateral ligament in her back leg when she was younger. All of the cardiac specialists that she went to see, Sarah Smith, that was not cheap. However, Sarah Smith, amazing cardiologist, really good experience there. She did a full echocardiogram, internal assessments without a muzzle, which is impressive. Impressive for a working dog, who feels a bit of stress and wants to fight back. So yeah, that's just where we're at. That's where we're at. I'm going to get on with this drive. and then I'll probably re-update you. This is maybe not going to be the most exciting vlog in the world. It'll be a lot of me chatting in the car because it is what it is. But I'll update you when I get out and I know what's going on. It may be that she's just got an exposed nerve in her tooth and she needs a dog version of a filling. Like, it might be nothing. It might just be causing her a lot of pain. Or it might be something really serious. And until we've got these answers, we don't know. Right, so that was more difficult than initially anticipated. Basically, I got there a little bit late, and the receptionists, who were really nice, they were like, no record of you. They're like, what's she in for? So I went, oh, she's got dental x-rays. And then they kind of looked at each other and looked at me and they're like, we would never ever book an x-ray for this time. 3 o'clock, so obviously the dog has to go into general. And I'm like, oh, great. So she's like, right, wait there, let me talk to Sadie. Sadie's the vet that deals with black. Sadie came out, she's like, come on into the consultation room, let's have a chat, see what's going on. She's like, we're definitely not going to be able to do it this time, because by the time you've got over to the dental, it wasn't even the place that they do dental surgeries. They've got another surgery that I had no idea about. Anyway, she's like, by the time we got over there, the nurses will be finishing, and then there's only vets and they're needed for emergency, out-of-hours emergencies. I'm like, right, okay. What do we do? She's like, well, let me go speak to someone, see what the next date is available, try and get her in the morning or something. Anyway, she disappeared, came back, she's like, I've got nothing till the 17th of December at dental. And I'm like, right. And then she went, however, it wouldn't be dental x-rays that I would be doing. You know, having watched the videos and taken what you've said about her. Like, I would be going down the orthopaedic route first, and then if the initial orthopaedic assessment doesn't bring anything, also if it's very loud, it's because it's hammering rain, like really, really hammering rain. So like if the orthopaedic assessment brings nothing, then the orthopaedic surgeon can decide what the next move is, and that's probably a safer bet. If you've got an ortho issue, it's likely to be in her neck, and we need to get that sorted. So she's like, right, I've spoken to Roger, the orthopaedic surgeon. Can you hang around half an hour and he'll see you after he's finished work? I'm like, yeah, no worries. Went to see Roger. Khaleesi was completely fine with him. We did a full assessment, prodded and poked in the back, knees, hips, elbows, nothing askew, no sign of pain, no nothing. And he's like, we just look at her teeth. So obviously trying to look at a working Malinois teeth is not the easiest thing in the world. But we managed to do it. He was really, really good with it, to be honest. Really, like, not fazed by her at all, not worried. I said to her, I was like, she's not malicious in any way, but she can be a bit sharp. And he's like, yeah, no worries, we'll sort it out. And he said, I don't know if I've said this in the vlog, but when she was younger, she was very nearly retired because of her teeth. The enamel wore off the back, she's like that. He's like, that looks to me like it's down to the pulp. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to contact a dentist that I know over the next couple of days, and I'll ring you. And I'm going to see what he advises. He may advise that we do an MRI or a CT, obviously pros and cons to each, of her head and neck. And he's like, and while she's there, I'll do her back, just to rule out any disc issues. Or he may well just say, send her straight to me, I'll do the MRI because it's more likely to be dental. So the fact that her teeth are down to the pulp there strongly suggests that there's an issue of some sort with her teeth. She's got a little bit of decay on her left canine. Like I say, she's never had good teeth. I've done everything I can to look after them. Some dogs just genetically are more predisposed to things. So now it's just essentially a waiting game. A waiting game on what happens, what the next move is, see what the dentist says. So in short, he might say, my normal vets need to MRI her mouth and her neck and everything. He also said, if it's dental, we can probably just cap them, fill them. He said if she was a pet dog, he'd probably just pull them out. He could just do that. The normal vet could do that. But obviously I don't want to lose the canines. So he said we can definitely look at doing something, providing the damage underneath's not too bad. And then he also said if it was bad, if it was really bad, she'd probably have trouble eating, she'd be a bit under the weather and a bit grumpy. She's not at all. And then he also said the other possibility is that she's got a blown disc in her neck, in which case he said there's quite a lot of room up there in the cavity that the disc sits in, so it can just be the odd jaunty angle that triggers the pain. But he said if that's the case, he'll probably just take the disc out. He won't bother putting anything else in. It slightly destabilises the spine, but not enough for him to be concerned. But obviously we need images now. We need the next step. better. So Holly House Vets in Leeds, if any of you are anywhere near this area, I mean, I travel like an hour and 15 or something to them every time I need to go, and I travel twice as far without a doubt. I'm a big fan of picking people based on how good they are, not where they are. Like, he said, he's like, oh, I'll speak to the dentist. I think he's about an hour away. I'm like, I don't care where he is. I'll drive, it's no problem. Because I want good care for my dogs, as I'm sure everybody watching this does. So now we wait, a couple of days waiting. He said he'll probably call me by the end of the week. If he hasn't called me by day after tomorrow or something, I'll probably give him a ring, chase it up a little bit. Because obviously these people are very busy, it's easy to forget things. And then we'll go from there. So I think it's fairly stands likely it's going to be either canines or a disc in her neck. Both of which, on the surface, shouldn't be that bad. I mean, she's going to be out for a while with either. Teeth probably get her back in work quicker because it's not really much surgery. It's just like going and getting a fill-in or a cap as a human, you know, a bit tender for a few days, anti-inflammatories, should be good to go. But not exhibiting any pain anywhere in her body. Like I say, gave her a real good push and a prod, digging his fingers into each side of her spine, and not concerned in the slightest by any of that, which is obviously good news. I would much rather it be, you know, cap on a tooth than full spinal surgery or something. So where we go from here depends on what the next diagnosis is. If it's something minor, we'll get it fixed. If it's something moderate, we then obviously have to play the game of, you know, weighing up what's best for Khaleesi. Like, i.e., if she has X surgery or X tooth thing, how long will it give her in work? What sort of quality of work will it give her? Because I'm not going to put her through a massive operation if it's going to give her 6 months in work. It's not worth it. For her, not for me. I'd love to work her. And then if it's severe, again, same thing. Look at retirement plans and things like that. I don't think it's going to lead to that. But like I said earlier, you've got to have these plans in places, at least ideas of plans. In case you have to go there, it saves you really thinking about it when you're fueled with emotion and making bad calls and things like that. So now I'm going to go inside, update me, show them what's happened, and I think I'll do a live video. It's the radio kicking in. I'll probably carry this vlog on because at the moment it's incredibly boring, so we'll train tomorrow. Right, so it's now the next day, and I'm painfully afraid to say that today is not going to be that much more interesting. The vet dental referral people rang me this morning. They left a voice note because I was out sorting the kennels, and I rang them back and they basically said that the surgeon is in surgery at the moment. So they're going to call me back later on. So hopefully in this video we'll have at least a somewhat update, you know, of either a date that Khaleesi's going in or something. Still can't find my flirt pole, by the way. If you watched the other day's vlog, you'll have seen that I lost it and I just can't find it anywhere, which is really weird. So today's vlog's not going to be that much more interesting because I am filming academy videos. So I think I'm going to film handler mindset. So tips, advice on mindset because people are struggling with that. Lowering heel work. So we've already got heel work 101. I'm going to add a bit more about another option to lower behaviour. And then object guard, because why not? So what you're going to see now is 3 clips from the academy videos. If you're already in the academy, obviously you can go and watch the whole thing. I'm just going to prop you up here. I'm just going to go and pop. I'm going to pop a little sneak preview in. I'm just sorting my training apron out. Right, let's go. And then all I'm saying when I tell her to go, it's not an instruction to get on the box, it's an instruction. Get on the floor, stop dicking around. It's an instruction to go and break your downstay. Okay. Yes. Good. Loose! Off. Right, so now you've got that where you can just walk here. Off. Off. Now you've got that where you can just walk in. It's then important for you to be able to move around this box. Okay. Yes. Good. Lift! Up. And then you've essentially got an object guard. Now all you need is the here. Push. Off. And floor. All you need now is the entrance. So you've got two options. You can either put a word in. Khaleesi's got both. Push. So you can either put a word in, say from here. Touch. And then she'll go into a guarding phase. And you can obviously build intensity and drive here. Yes. Good. Yeah. Bring. Oh, that finger. Jesus. Loose! Loose! Up! Whoa. She just pulled on my bad finger. Jesus, that hurt. Or you've got the other option, which is the KMPV style. Push. And you come and put the dog on the object. So that's it. Remotely working on their own mindset, and then they're talking to their friends, or talking to the academy, or talking to their parents, or their spouse, whoever, and going like, oh, I don't feel like I can do it. I'm not strong enough to do this. I can't keep doing it anymore. Blah blah. And it's because you're not working on your mindset. So you have to work on your mindset. I am constantly, and I genuinely do this, I'm constantly reading some sort of self-development book, regardless of what that might be. A Grant Cardone book, Tim Ferriss's 4-Hour Work Week, Unleash the Power Within, Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now, Narayan Ashaya, Shit Happens, Fuck It and Move On. I've got loads and loads and loads of them, and I'm always reading one. I've just started out Middleton's new book, I can't think what it's called, which is a good sign that it's not good enough right now, but I've just started it, so I can't judge on it. But yeah, I'm constantly working on my self-preservation, as it were. Like I said earlier, this is a hard game. There's no doubt about it. Anyone who argues otherwise isn't in the game, or hasn't been in the game to the depths that a lot of you are in. I had another really good point to make as well. Oh, yeah. Goal planning. So, dream boards. They're another really, really good way. Put your dog training dream board up. In fact, fuck dog training. Put your life dream board up. Include your dog training on it. What do you want to do as a living? Where do you want to live? What goals do you want to achieve? So, like, I have many, many, many goals in life, and the fact that I'm always chasing them is what keeps me driven. Many, many of you are always like, how the fuck do you keep doing stuff all the time? Now, over the last couple of months, I've been laxed massively with Khaleesi's issues and my issues with his fucking finger and things like that. But you go back to, I don't know, summer this year, I was running workshops, selling green dogs, I was training 7 days a week, my own dogs, I was training clients. Good. The important thing is keeping this hand exactly where you want the dog to be. So if I start putting my hand out here, this is not a great looking heel. And that's completely on me. That's my fault there. It's my fault because I'm not lowering him in the correct position. He'll still follow the hand. Or if I put it here, then I start getting an ugly heel because he's now sideways and I'm walking into him. So I have to have it in that position where I actually want him to be. Ball. Good. And I don't want him leaning on me, but I don't want him too far away. And this is why getting a very nice heel work is a bit of a fine art. A lot of people struggle with it. It's difficult behaviour. No, it's not. It's an easy behaviour. It's a difficult behaviour to get it very, very good. And everybody, me included, is still trying to perfect that. I don't think anyone's managed to do it yet. Push. And then you can go back to your turns in your session. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Just make sure you keep that head position exactly where you want it. Morgan. Good. Yes. For anyone wondering why Flack's got bandages on their feet, new members or anything, he's got 2 pressure sores on the top of his feet, so I'm just trying to keep them a bit padded. He's not injured per se. He's fine to work. Push. Push. Good. So yeah, where you have this hand is very important, and the dog can stay glued to it is very important. So no matter where I go with this hand, he's going to stay with me. Push. you know, he's not walking off and mooching away. And good boy, good, yes. So this is the start of lowering. Obviously, eventually you want to be able to fade this low. Look, push, push. Yes, super. Good boy. So you can see there's no food involved. And all you're going to do to fade the low is move it out gradually. Oh, headaches. As you can see, I think this vlog is called Vets and Hospitals. So yesterday I was at the vet with Khaleesi all day, and today I've been back at the hospital with this damn finger. Khaleesi pulled the ball through my hand in one of my academy videos. It might even be in this vlog. But in the object guard video, you've seen a snippet of it at least. She ripped the ball through my finger and it's internally bled. Now. Oh, that's delicious. We have conflicting opinions at the hospital. So, my physiotherapist thinks the pyogenic granuloma is reoccurring. My hand therapist thinks it's scar tissue and we just need to keep breaking it down. So, the medical photographer came in. And in short, took some pictures to send to Miss George, who is the leading surgeon on my case. If it's coming back, I don't really know what to do. It's obviously currently extremely sore because Khaleesi ripped a ball through it, and all the staff at the hospital have just been rubbing it and poking it and saying, "Does this hurt?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it fucking hurts." So what Kay, my hand therapist, wants me to do is let this bleeding heal, this internal bleed. She said it should self-absorb in the next few days, and then start pummeling it with some moisturising cream of, you know, any sort. Basically try and break down some of the scar tissue. She thinks the swelling's scar tissue. Obviously there's more swelling now because we've got a bit of trauma added to the mix, but it's not major trauma. It's nothing to worry about. But my physio thinks that the pyogenic granuloma's on the return, so we won't know anything for a while. However, enough of that doom and gloom. Update on Khaleesi. She's booked in to see the dental specialist on the 23rd of December, 2 days before Christmas. So that's either going to make or break my Christmas, I'm sure. Hopefully it's good news. I mean, it's not going to be excellent news. They're not going to be like, "Oh, we can just fix this right now and she'll never have a problem again." What's going to happen is that she'll go to the specialist. They'll find out what's wrong with her, or not find out what's wrong with her, as may be the case. And then we'll have to follow that up with treatment, whatever's fit for the problem. I'm hoping that they just need to cap one of her canines. That would be the ideal. It's not looking like her molars, like I said earlier in the vlog, but it is looking likely to be her canines, specifically her bottom left canine. We'll see. So, apologies that this has not been the most exciting vlog in the world, but unfortunately, as I've said before, and as I'll... Fucking hell, my hand hurts. Fuck. As I've said before, and as I'll say again, daily life of a dog trainer is just not always exciting. It's just the way it is. I have blue lights on a few cars behind me. You're going to want to get past somewhere, aren't you, Mr. Blue Lights? Yeah, it's just life. Ultimately, life today and yesterday has been vets filming academy videos and going to the hospital. So that's just been what life is. I've always said I'll document honest life and not try and glamourize it. There's no point in glamorizing it. It's not always glamorous. And then younger people, especially, you know, people watch people who have a following. You know, my Facebook page reaches 500,000 people a week or something. That's a lot of people. I need to keep it honest and real, because I don't want to be the guy who inspires this kid to think that dog training's the most exciting, extravagant job in the world all the time, because it's not. It just isn't. But it is a job I thoroughly enjoy having and will continue to do for as long as I am able to do it, I'm sure. Right, I'm going to wrap this vlog up because I can't imagine anything's happening today except me fucking being in pain, which isn't exciting. Also, grenade carb killer, really good. Yeah, so I'm going to wrap this vlog up. Question of the day. Here's an interesting one. This is actually a really good question. For me, not really for you guys. When I've got days like this, where I've just been at the vet in the hospital and filming videos, you know, there's nothing really happening, there's no cool dog training to watch, there's no travelling to other trainers, there's no competitions, there's nothing going on. Would you rather I continue to document them? Or would you rather I just don't vlog for the day? Would you rather see less vlogs and only the interesting stuff? Or would you rather see the same amount of vlogs and more vlogs with the boring stuff in it as well? Let me know. I think that's an interesting question.